Let's get it. Welcome into Philadelphia 76ers Now by Chat Sports. Chase Sr. here with you. And how does this sound? Media Day taking place in Camden today for the Philadelphia 76ers right before they embark on NBA training camp because basketball is here. And with that, clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Gotta love it. Can't wait to hear that jingle once again at the Wells Fargo Center in South Philly. And because the season is right around the corner, we're about to ramp up our coverage. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you are subscribed, you're live, but also type real one in the comments section, youtube.com/76erstv. So the purpose of today's show, really the biggest takeaways from Media Day at that lavish Sixers facility in Camden, New Jersey. And one of the more notable takeaways outside of, some of the other happenings with this team is PJ Tucker. Daryl Morey did say today that he underwent arthroscopic knee surgery this offseason, not expected to miss any time. Seemed as though it was a little bit of a cleanup procedure, and that's good that there are no lingering effects for this knee injury. We're talking about a player who's in his late 30s at 37 years old. There's some mileage on the tires, but with the way that he plays, he's never been a freak athlete. He gets by on being a dog, and with that toughness and that physicality, and the Sixers need that. That's been much needed and missing from this team over the last couple of years. That's why Joel Embiid, after the Sixers got ousted by the Heat, called for the front office to bring in guys like PJ Tucker because they need that dog mentality. And he is, as the graphic shows, the Philly Bull to the core. Tough, hard-working, energizer. Now, I've seen a lot of people in the comment section say, I don't want this guy starting. I actually think he should start over Matisse Thybulle because you set the tone with a player like this who has championship pedigree. And I actually think on this team, with the floor spacing from Tyrese Maxey, James Harden, and all of the attention directed toward Joel Embiid, he's going to get some of those vacant corner three looks to hopefully shoot around 40% from distance. And he's been trying to come to Philadelphia for a while. At least that's what PJ Tucker said, unless he just wanted to endear himself to the city of brotherly love. Honestly, me and James Harden, we were trying to come here the year before. Interesting note there from PJ Tucker. Maybe things would have ended a little bit more differently for the Sixers in the playoffs because he was a big reason why the Heat won that playoff series as a sidekick there. So the better pickup between these two players, Montrezl Harrell, PJ Tucker. Which one do you like more in the front court for Philadelphia this offseason? Let me know right now in the comment section. T for Tuck, H for Montrez. As for James Harden, he looks to be in better shape. There was that awesome picture of him in front of the Allen Iverson art mural type of look, working out from over the weekend, and it definitely looks as though he slimmed down a little bit. He jokingly said, yeah, this offseason, I was grinding. I was in the lab. I was in the gym, and I lost 100 pounds, and he told the media to tweet it. Obviously, James Harden did not lose 100 pounds, but he did admit that the hamstring injury had him in a pretty dark spot for a long time, and he's been able to recover from that. Hopefully, that gives him at least half that step back that he was missing last year. And as for Harden, here's really what it comes down to for me. You can look better. You can talk about you being in better shape. Let's actually see it translate to the floor, because in training camp the last couple of years, he's come in out of shape. At least we're on a good note here, putting that foot down in better shape, but we won't really know how good of shape he's in or if he gets that explosiveness back until the games are actually played. Kyle Neubeck with this. Embiid makes sure to credit James Harden sitting next to him for their ability to add guys in the offseason to improve the team. All that stuff would not be happening if it wasn't for him. So the de facto general manager in James Harden doing some recruiting for PJ Tucker, doing some recruiting, as he admitted today, for Montrezl Harrell, and that's a big reason why I like the Sixers to play really well. If you saw our bold prediction segment from last week, I said they can win 60 games easily because they're deeper and more talented from a year ago. What do you think, though? Are the Sixers actually real NBA title contenders? Have not won a second-round series since 2001. It hurts me to my core. Let me know. C for contenders, P for pretenders. Have some fun with that and chime in. Join the conversation down in the comment section. Another reminder, subscribe to the channel. It's youtube.com/76erstv. All the latest Sixers happenings, news, rumors, analysis. Once the season is here, really going to put an uptick on our coverage. Can't wait for it because I'm ready to watch some Sixers games once more. Lock us in and subscribe today. Matisse Thybulle. We've been talking about this for months, folks. Got played off the floor in the playoffs, both against Toronto and against Miami, because he is a liability shooting the basketball. And if he can become a better three-point shooter, producer Coop making a pretty good note, if he's like a 35% guy from deep and he hasn't been close, although he admitted, been working on shooting and ball handling. I saw the clips of the ball handling. Cool. Like James Harden, let's see it on the floor. But producer Coop, our basketball extraordinaire here at Chat Sports, said if he could shoot like 35, 36% from long range, he'd be about a $15 million per year player. And that's not a hyperbolic statement because you saw the masterful defensive work that he did against Steph Curry last year. This guy's perimeter defense against wings, which is how you win championships, in my opinion, in today's NBA, just spectacular. And if he becomes that respectable shooter, he could be such a valuable player on an NBA roster. The form is a little bit weird. The elbow points out. What's weird, though, his first year at Washington, he actually shot the ball pretty well. And then after that, didn't shoot it all that well. Usually the big indicator for me, how do you shoot from the free throw line? And he's been really sporadic up and down from the free throw line. He's actually gotten worse in his first 3 NBA seasons from a percentage standpoint. And that's really alarming. And that's really unfortunate because we know the special talent and ability that Matisse Thybulle has. If you get in the gym and you improve on it, hey, you'll earn yourself the bag. If not, you'll be the Andre Roberson of this generation. Tyrese Maxey, a big question for him. Can the third-year guard become the third running mate with Joel Embiid and James Harden? I think he can because I think that Maxey is a very special player already. And in fact, as I've continued to say this going back to the playoffs last year, oftentimes, or sometimes I should say, if he's option number 2 with Joel Embiid and James Harden, I actually don't hate it because it takes some mileage off of James Harden and allows him to be a little bit more efficient and play make and dive into his strengths. Kyle Neubeck with this. Maxey says he thinks that he's built a connection with people in the city because everybody here that goes to games or I see around town works extremely hard for what they have, and that his approach and path to where he is line up with that mentality. It's exactly damn right. And that's why Tyrese Maxey, I jokingly say, is Philadelphia's son. He's been all in on Philadelphia. Philadelphia's been all in on him. And unlike Ben Simmons, he's tried to improve. He's put in the necessary work to make those strides. He's done the things that Ben Simmons would never do. Tyrese Maxey is not being content with being, good. He wants to be great. And Ben Simmons is like, you know what, mate, let me coast. And I'm okay with just being an all-star player, but not tapping into my greatness. Maxey, we love you. Hope you're a part of this franchise for a really long time. You're untouchable in terms of a trade asset, in my opinion. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. If you're hyped for the season to start, type 7-6. If you like my singing, A, B, C, D, or F, rip me if you want. Jealousy is just love and hate at the same time. Second time I quoted Drake. All right, we're out of here. Thanks for watching.